a second. Surprise, surprise. But I think it's hopefully working here. Is it? Shit, what the hell happened? Is it strange? Okay. Should be good. Hey, what's up, everybody? Fuck, is it dropping frames? Okay, it dropped a couple at the beginning, but now it looks fine. I've got it at 30 FPS. I don't know if that matters to try to help. Like, I could turn it back up to 60 if I need to. I don't know, whatever.
Now I'm angry.
I was thinking to try it out Nami. Blind pick Nami's kind of bold. Or Renata. I'll try Nami. She's got a really high play rate, win rate. She's good against Rakan. I think I won the one Nami game I played earlier this week.
Decide what the tide will bring.
And I probably need to do font and likely second wind. Alright, let me get the chat up here. If that's okay, it's not dropping any more frames. But yes, there's a lot of nice little quality of improvements. They've taken away a lot of the kind of feels bad interactions with other people out in the world. You also have to opt into PvP, so you can fight people in world PvP, but they have to like click a button to say they're cool with it too. And if you do that, you get a little bit of an XP bonus if you make yourself like available as a PvP target. But so then it's like people that are down with that want to fight can, but then you're not just getting like turbo ganked when you're just trying to farm. And they still have lots of battlegrounds and arenas and all that crap too, so. I'm digging it. Mounts. I don't know. I don't think the flying training is account-wide, but I think your mounts are account-wide. So, like, once you get some mounts that are really cool, you can use them on any of your characters. And I don't think reps, like reputations, are account-wide, but there are several things that are account-wide that make it a lot easier for Smurfs. Or for alt characters. And like running Mythic Plus and stuff, I haven't done a lot of that yet, but the gear is not like quite up to par with the raids, but it's like kind of close, and that's something that you could do, you know, multiple times a week and still stay relevant with alts, which is cool. Because that's going to feel a lot better, I think, because one thing is, like, if they do, like, a huge, you know, they just nerf the shit out of your class or whatever, which doesn't happen that often, but sometimes between raids they might nerf a class a lot. Then if you've got, you know, a backup, you can just switch over to that one, and it's not, like, as big of a deal. I'm a little worried, though, if I have, like, 3 or 4 characters, and I'm like, alright, if I need to try to, like, do raids on this every week or do Mythic Plus, if I feel, like, pressure to do it, then that could be kind of rough, but... Hey, what's up, Faded? Okay, Iwa says, hey, what's up, Iwa? He likes the BDO system. I haven't played BDO, Black Desert Online. Oh, okay, yeah, so it discourages you. Like, it's kind of like dishonorable kills, sort of. It just wiped away a lot of stuff in Classic WoW if you did that. Oh, of course, they fucking pick Blitz, too. I just noticed that. It's like the one champion that's just really good against Nami, because you don't have any ways to, like, outplay his hook, other than just don't get hooked. You can play pretty far back. At least Lucian can dodge. So I can play behind Lucian and probably be alright. Sorry, I'm afraid to pull up the chat because I don't want... Rammus top is ballsy. A lot of people are playing Rammus. Apparently he's pretty strong right now. I don't know about that into Renekton. We got Rumble in the jungle too with Phase Rush. The fuck? Dude, this seriously looks like a bronze game. Like these comps. Ours is not that bad, I guess. It's just like each team has one that's just like question mark, you know? Maybe this guy plays Rumble a lot. He doesn't get invaded as often. So maybe that makes him a little more viable. Jackshow just seems so bad when it competes with that other health item that's OP. I think you probably just get the big ass health item, Sunfire, and something else, right? All right, I'm gonna try Relic Shield here. What is going on with my mouse? Why does it? Shit. Letting Rory play on it earlier. She likes to fly around on my mount.
Welcome to Summer's Rift.
It's really acting funky.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Of course they'd come in right when I'm trying to fix the shit. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, let me pull up the chat here. I gotta wait till I load in before I pull up the chat, or it risks overloading the OBS, I think. My experience. Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess maybe you can really like the resist. I mean, Rammus already gets a lot of natural resist, though, and health scales better, like, the more resist you have. Some of this still feels freaking weird. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's too low. I think she may press buttons occasionally. It's like the DPI. I didn't get to hit him. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot I'm... Fuck, what is that? God damn, I'm gonna have to flash. No, okay, I misclicked. I forgot I'm playing Nami. I was thinking Rakan with getting Relic Shield. Okay, I guess, I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but it's kind of awkward. Dude, fucking mouse. I don't know what the hell happened to this mouse. What's up, Mal? Alright, his hook is down. Yeah, he just like went as soon as I pinged it. He just went, which is usually good. I just thought I was gonna try to hit a bubble first, but he just wanted to go, which was fine too. If I just played it the way he wanted to play it, it would have been fine. We just weren't on the same page. What the fuck? Yeah, not having that mana is kind of a big deal. What the I just don't know what the fuck is wrong with my mouse. Like, I changed the DPI settings. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Blitz missing. I guess so. Alright, we gotta get boots here early, and then I think just... Did he misplay? What could he do? He literally just dashes, that's all he has. Yeah, but... I mean, I guess, did he have red buff? I don't know how he ever catches me if he doesn't dash on me, though, with his E. I mean, I guess he could flash, but he just doesn't have any CC without his ult. Blitz is missing, he might be coming for you.
Okay.
Alright, they're on drag.
He's there.
Yeah. What the... Dude, this fucking mouse.
You guys need to be careful for Galio ult.
Okay. Maybe this is better if I just go with, like, less of the mouse. This feels so bad, though. It feels slow. But at least it's not, like, flicking everywhere. Fuck. Klong was in a... I thought we just looked there. Was he was still just randomly sitting in the tri-bush? Wait, Lucian lived. Okay, I thought Lucian died. Alright, that's not too bad then. That's too slow. Alright, I mean, we don't have the... Is there, like... What the fuck? Just, like, some weird part of the table that's, like, worn? Or, like, the laser's just not picking up on it or something? Alright, I guess I'm gonna go down 1 on the DPI. Still feels like it just won't move to the left as quickly as it'll move to the right. Something is really kind of goofy about it. Like, if I go all the way to the right, that's fine, but if I try to go to the left, like, it's a lot harder. Blitz, don't do it. He's gonna fucking do it to me. Alright, I go back up. Yeah, but my mouse has a couple of external buttons, and I'm not sure what the DPI like levels of each button are. Like that's the problem. Maybe I'm just losing it because the DPI is like different on WoW than it is on League. I'm not sure. Alright, that's a little bit better. Careful, I gotta clear this ward. Oh, he cleared it. Okay. Oh, I guess it didn't have the timer next to it anymore.
Careful for the Galio ult.
Okay. Nice. Rebel came in and saved the day. Oh, I gotta remember to actually hit these minions too.
Oh my god.
Alright. Shit. Of course, he just randomly fucking pops over that wall right at that moment. I guess he knew Lucian would be backing.
Enemy rampage.
Every fucking time. I mean, I guess I haven't died that many times, but every time I'm just like, man, if I was Rakan, I wouldn't die there. So I have flashed. Right there. And probably better back it up, I think. Down, boom. Are you serious? Fuck, dead. And of course, there's Wukong and Blitz. We should have just left. I gotta wait on Gale Force now, too. Okay, well, me getting Mandate is pretty big.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I just didn't have any mana for that fight. And of course, I mean, Wukong's just gonna sit on bottom. He's made that clear. You think you can 1v2 him, man? You sure? It looks like they're at like 90% health.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
I mean, they didn't even sneak up on him. Like, they literally just walked into him in the brush. Like, he could have walked away at any point. No fucking way. The range on that shit. That's why we can't have nice things. It's always got to be Rakan. First pick, blind pick. There's just no counter pick. Like, play Nami, they literally pick one of the, like, maybe 3 champions that lines up particularly well against her. I just dared to try to play something other than Rakan.
Yeah, we're bound to lose one of them here.
Yeah. I mean, we could still win this.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. This, like, cheese-ass champion Blitzcrank that I would totally crush if I just played Rakan. What do you mean I don't always need to be bot? It's like the making the case for roaming. You guys seen what's happened when I've been caught in the river? 2 or 3 times this game. Trying to just ward. By Blitzcrank and Wukong. Yeah, you can't really roam on this. Not against their comp, not in this like map position. Yeah. Exactly. That doesn't change the fact that he has it and other people don't. There's no other objective on the map, so... Yeah, I mean, everyone else is doing okay. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to get over there in time, I don't think. I don't have ult.
Shut down.
Yeah. Are they really trying to do fucking dragon here? Wow, they got it?
Yeah, they sure as hell got it.
Yeah, and they got that second one too. So they were doing it without their jungler, because Wukong was like in the tri-bush. He tried to engage on me. Well, that was dumb for them to split up. I mean, we killed a bunch of them, but they did get the dragon because of it.
destroyed.
Yeah, Nami is just a little different. I mean, the main thing, the reason that I'm trying her out is because she has like a 54.5% win rate right now. So I'm just trying to see what all the fuss is about.
An ally has been slain.
She does have like a little bit more
Oh, I'm dead.
sort of engages and options than a few other champs. I mean, it's not like great engage, but it's like more CC than like a Soraka or something, you know? I don't think we can fight him even if I hit the wave. If they go one more... No, they're going to try Baron? What? Blitz going to try to guard for him. Such a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Double kill. An ally has been slain.
He didn't have any mana left. Renekton, yo, what the...
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. Well, they got Baron, but we got it off of most of them. Obviously not ideal, but we got several kills
An ally
in a
has
tower.
been slain.
I think the plant changes are kind of cool for this dragon. I'll give people that. The plant changes are interesting. I don't think the dragon's particularly interesting, but just to find something positive about the preseason, the like mutated plants are kind of cool. I mean, they've got all this shit fucking... Such a pain. Yeah, I was about to say, there's the fucking Blitzcrank. They're just gonna have everything warded. Blitzcrank could be in like any of like 4 bushes. I mean, I guess I'm supposed to wait on Renekton.
Quadra kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Pentakill. Ace.
Yeah, or maybe we're supposed to go through bottom, like Tri-Brush. He's less likely to be there. Maybe we push out bot Tri-Brush, and I should have pinged people to go that way, because he's almost certainly, dude. It's a fucking Blitzcrank.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
It's like, I feel it. Like, there's some stuff I could do better, but it's like, it's a really bad situation. Wow, they didn't get sold, though. Yet. There it is.
Maybe we'll make it to Elder.
Yeah. I mean, what is that soul in? Is it? Okay, it doesn't seem that OP. They don't have that many. They don't get it. Well, they do have like base. They do kind of have three-ish tanks. I'd say you don't get a ton of value out of that unless you have a large HP pool. Like if someone just one-shots you, it's not gonna matter if you get the 10% reduction below 50%. The Rumble with 9 deaths decided Magi is a good idea. I mean, it does give you stacks of your Mythic. But it does come with 5 pin on it, I guess. Alright, they are working bottom. This is just like worst nightmare of enchanters. At least my worst nightmare is you're against several hard engage things that can one-shot you. They have the map and they just keep going through your jungle or every objective. And they just have vision everywhere and you just can't do vision. Or you die. Here comes Rammus. Alright.
Sheesh.
That was rough.
I think I did alright that one too.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing really well for a lot of the game. It's just like once that tower broke open and Blitz got to start roaming, it was hard to get back in. Hey, thanks, Viva. And then, of course, as soon as I start the animation to do an R, he hooks me. That's a really, really bad matchup for Nami. Because, like, all of your stuff to peel most champions, like your R, your Q, like, none of that works against him. And you do have limited speed-ups with your E, but it's just not good. If I was Rakan, like, and they picked the same champs, I think we definitely win that. We just didn't have any, like, good engage either, other than, like, Jason sliding in and shuffling them. But, you know, that's limited. Okay, well, we got a Nami game in there. We'll see. We'll see if we see another opportunity, but if I'm blind pick, I just gotta pick Rakan. Everything else just has counters. Rakan doesn't really have... like, there are some, like, very obscure champions that are pretty good against him. But, like, you can itemize to help in those matchups, like Veigar support, you know, shit like that. But it's, like, pretty off-meta, weird stuff. I guess Rel's pretty good, and she's not, like, turbo off-meta. But I just feel like you can... there are ways, either through itemization or positioning or whatever, that you can play around stuff with Rakan. It's like Nami. I mean, maybe I could have gone, like, Moby Boots or something. But, like, nothing's going to change the fact that I just can't keep any vision on the map against Wukong Blitzcrank. Hey, what's up, PDR? Is Japan wealthy? I mean, I guess it is. They've been, like, their currency has had a hard time since, like, the 80s. But I still think they're one of the highest, like, GDP per capita. Who are the wealthiest? It's like... I think it's U.S. I mean, depends on how you define wealth. I'm talking like GDP per capita. Like, how much does each person earn per year? Something like that. China's actually not as high as people think. Like, they have so many... Like, they have a high GDP in terms of a flat number. But because they have so many people, I think the average person only makes like $9,000 a year. Because they have so many people that still live in the country that basically make no money. Alright, who am I? I'll just get Lucian out of there.
You don't have the heart for this.
Several European countries. Germany might be up there. Sweden. If I had to guess. Japan is probably up there. I wouldn't be surprised if South Korea was up there too. Oh, actually, some of these smaller countries actually have more than the US. Wow. I forgot that, like, freaking Monaco is a country. Okay. That's just like where billionaires park their yachts and shit. It's like isn't that like one city or something? Kind of like the Vatican. It's like right between like Italy and France or something. Wow, I can't believe that many are over the US. But a lot of these are freaking like tax haven countries too. That's why. That's part of it. It's like billionaires, you know, have their citizenship in like Ireland and shit. But it's like, that's not what... I guess median income would be better than average income. Because if you're a super small country like that, and you just have like 10 billionaires living there, it's gonna, you know, and everyone else makes $10,000 a year, it's gonna bump up the average a ton. We'll get one magic resist rune to respect Lux. So US, so all of these are like very small countries for the most part. Switzerland and Switzerland, yeah, it's pretty small. Norway, I don't know. Norway's got a pretty decent sized population. I think Switzerland might also. Luxembourg's another one of those little small countries. So is Bermuda, like. But Switzerland and Norway, I think, are pretty legit. I don't. Norway, I don't think is a tax haven. They just got a population that's a smaller population. I think that's pretty well educated and professionalized. Australia, Hong Kong, yeah. Good old Rammus, huh? Dude, it's like Rammus every game. You know, I'm gonna...
Hopefully we can beat him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do double magic resist. Respect the Lux. Hey, what's up, Bailey? Good to see you, man. Financial, what do you mean by financial assets? Total GDP? You mean like least debt? That Rammer skin's kind of ugly. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so you mean GDP. Yeah. Yeah, GDP, what'd you say it was? Third? That's how much you make. That's not necessarily how much you keep. But that's like how much you sell, basically. That's what a lot of people look at, yeah. So what it's like US, China, Japan, basically. For total GDP. Alright, am I doing Relic Shield here? Or...
Summoner's Rift.
Alright.
30 seconds.
Wait, why the hell does Yi have Fleet? Does he need it to clear? I'm gonna get Mikhail's second, I guess, to deal with either Luxbind or Rammus.
They will see my dance. Then they will know magic's joy and its fury.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that play both sides of conflicts to make money. China, Japan, Germany, India. Yeah, that all makes sense. Kind of crazy that Germany's over India. And frankly, like, Japan is... I would think that India would be number 2. They just don't have a lot of industry. But I'll guarantee you that's going to rise now. With, like, the global tension in China, I'll guarantee you there are a lot of people that are probably looking at investing in India over China. Now, India, in general, is much more sort of compatible with the West. Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of stuff, a lot of problems. Mexico's the best one. If you're looking for cheap labor, help our freaking neighbor out. I mean, that would help for so many reasons. That would help them, like, we could make deals to crack down on cartels. You could legalize weed here, that would help a lot. As far as, like, cracking down on the black market. But it would also, you know, give them a lot of opportunities, a lot of industry. It's a lot cheaper. As far as, like, to transport, it's more secure. It's a lot more kind of politically compatible with us. Like, we really need to strengthen our alliance with Mexico. We have so many, like, you know, people, too, like, shared culture, shared people. No, 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 run, dude, he's gonna fucking... He dies, right? Yes, okay, good. Yeah, if you have to pick somewhere way over there, India is one of the best places. That's like, if you really want exploitative labor, you can still get it cheap there. Or just, you know, where Vietnam, Cambodia, like, places like that too. But I mean, India's a powerhouse, and they're one of our, I think, close to one of our friends. They do kind of befriend Russia a little bit, but if we did more industry and stuff there, I think they would rather be friends with us.
Okay, Rakan. Get him watching. Burn him.
But yeah, at least they're an actual democracy.
Executed.
Yeah, I still think it should be Mexico. It's where we should put a bunch of our stuff. Maybe Brazil. Brazil, I think that's like a second... I was going to say like a second world country. I think there's still a lot of poverty in Brazil. I don't even know what a second world country would be. No one ever uses that term, but... Brazil could be another option. About a new total war? No. Hopefully not. Not a real war. need it back at some point, but I guess I really don't have to, but... Yep. Well, they have literally, like, you talk about China's rich cultural history, they're gonna disappear. China, unfortunately. I mean, Russia honestly did too. I like read some of Russia's history. It was really interesting from like the 1600s to, you know, 1920s. And to be honest, like, I see why a lot of them, like, that situation appealed to them. There's just so much corruption and shit that, like, it's kind of rough. But, you know, in like the 1800s in particular, they had some of their rulers were actually really good, and they had like really solid connections with Europe, and a lot of that was during the I got it back, man. I mean, there were problems there too. I mean, their big thing was they kept slavery around for so long, basically. It wasn't like exactly called slavery, but yeah, that's what it was. For a lot of the working class, it was just greed. But they had such great writers and artists. Like, so many of the 19th century, some of the best novels are Russian. Think of Tolstoy, War and Peace, Anna Karenina were huge. Kafka's huge. Brothers Karamazov. I mean, it rivals Brit Lit, in my opinion. It's pretty damn close. Like, they've got some good shit. Good literature from that era.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh no, your crush got stolen. What's up, Toos?
They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm
You trying to flex on your girl in the gym and some homie came up and deadlifted like 700 right in front of you?
Rip.
No, that sucks though, man. Hey, people change their mind all the time. Just holler at her, man. Just old competition. Say, hey, man, why you fucking around with that guy, dude? He's a loser. Come holler at me. Just say, hey, when he wastes your time, come talk to me. Sometimes you just gotta compete for it, man. I mean, my wife, I've said this line before, she didn't want to date me immediately. Like, we went out and did something casual, but then she was just like, I'm just getting out of a relationship. I'm not really looking to date somebody right now. So I was like, all right. And I'd still take you to dinner, though? She was like, okay. Changed her mind. If I'd just been like, oh, no, she doesn't want to do it, or oh, no, she's talking to some other guy or something, then never would have been married. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta stick with them. You just gotta, you know, not be creepy. If she's really not that into it, then, you know, respect it. But, you know, it's always, you just gotta kind of read the situation.
Gas might be coming down.
I'm running. Fuck, maybe I'm dying. Of course, right? I've got vision in that tri-bush, and as soon as I go for a W on the rat, Rammus rolls out from a blind spot. I've got Mercury Treads, but I still get CC'd for like 7 seconds between Twitch and Lux, or between Rammus and Lux. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the lit. Brit lit. It depends on the era too.
I dance because I'm free.
There's some good stuff. I haven't read a ton of their stuff. I mean, the Dao De Jing is awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of good stuff there. Confucianism, Analects of Confucius is pretty good. Really dangerous text, though. But it's interesting. Oh, okay. Her BF's in the military. She's also doing reserve military. I mean, just because people are, like, both in the military doesn't automatically mean that they're all gonna be destined to be together, you know what I mean? She's gonna throw some in here, isn't she? Rammus is probably here. I mean, I don't know. Lux is acting really weird. Okay.
They're all coming down.
Oh my god, what? Really? God.
Okay.
He's 0-4. I was like, damn, can Yi clean him up? No. Probably not. The Fleet E. Well, shit. Maybe he can. Okay, I apologize, Master Yi. If you're watching, I'm sorry, sir. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's your call. I'm just saying that just because people have a common interest or a common lifestyle doesn't necessarily mean that they're always going to work out. There's a lot more, I mean, especially in terms of a longer-term relationship. I've said this before, there's a lot of weird shit that people just don't think about that a lot of successful couples, many of them have. And everybody's a little different, too. Some people might look like they'd be a really good match on paper, but that, like, just as far as, like, hanging out as friends or even just, like, dating or, you know, physically. Oof. Nice. So that's a lot that I didn't understand when I was younger. I was like, oh, I want somebody who's going to be a lit major or, you know, plays video games or something. I mean, playing video games would be cool. But, like, lit major, likes my type of music or, you know, whatever. And, like, some of that stuff is cool, but some of the stuff for successful partnerships is just really hard to understand unless you've been in a good amount of relationships or, like, long-term relationships. Shit like, you know, what's your you know, tolerance for dishes in the sink? You know, how comfortable are you, like, going to get the groceries or mowing the lawn? Or, you know, what's your
None
budget look like? Do what?
So none of the above.
None of the above.
Just kidding.
That's right.
I always gotta do the freaking dishes.
Yeah, it's boring shit that matters. Do you, like, do you cook? Do you not cook? Are you dating someone who's okay with not cooking? Are you dating someone who's okay if you want to go out with the boys or if you want to play some video games? Not all girls are cool with that. That's a huge one. Time is a huge one. Some women, you know, want to spend 24/7 with you, and they get jealous if you hang out with other people. If they don't have their own shit going on. Some people are just, bless their soul, they're just boring too. Like, you know. Maybe, like, you just don't
He just smited me.
have enough interest to talk about common stuff. I mean, that was something with my, you know, first serious girlfriend out of high school. It was like, she was nice, and the physical part was fantastic. But I don't think I ever had a real conversation with her in like 3 years. It was just all physical stuff.
Oh, Carol behind. Behind.
Yeah. It was just all physical stuff, which was cool, but I wanted to actually be able to talk to somebody with something of substance. But I mean, some people are totally cool with that. Some people would say, well, that's why you have friends. You know, you can talk with your friends about your literature, your philosophy. And if your girlfriend or your wife is just, you know, really nice, but, you know, can't talk about Nietzsche with you, that's okay. You've got other people who can do that. So it just kind of depends on, like, just what you want out of the relationship, too. For me, I wanted more conversation. I think my wife's way better than she was, so I think it was the right call. But I was kind of, you know, I was kind of lonely when I first broke up with her because I didn't have anything else, like, anyone else immediately going on. It wouldn't be for another 5 years before I met my wife. I did date people in between then, but stuff just changes, and it's just complex sometimes what's gonna work and what's not. Some people that don't check certain boxes, you know, that you have might, you know, have other things about them that are really awesome that you hadn't even thought about. It is kind of, yeah, I think that's fair to say. Like, I think common interests are good, but I think that's just like a step. It just depends on what it is. Like, you have to have enough in common. But yeah, I think like you said, values and sort of just understanding, compromise about things.
Shut down.
Like Jason and I, neither of our wives really play that many video games. A lot of my friends, you know, wives or substantial girlfriends don't play video games, even if they do. And that's okay. You don't have to have all interests the same. I don't really particularly like to go shopping that much either. My wife likes that.
I hate that. My
Yeah.
wife likes that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of guys like that. That's just one of those things.
Don't get. Oh.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get me. I think I had enough movement to get away from him, but yeah, it's going to be spooky.
Oh.
Damn it.
I dance because I'm free.
But yeah, I mean, I would just say try to expand your world, man. I know it sucks because sometimes it can just seem like there's just that one girl, especially when you're younger. Not to sound patronizing or anything, but I was in the same boat. When you just haven't seen a lot of girls, you haven't dated a lot of girls. There are definitely women that are really awesome and super unique, but there are also a lot of people out there too. And
An enemy has been slain.
some of it, honestly, is just kind of luck, too. You just have to kind of try, but some of it's honestly luck. Like timing. And stuff like that. Like, with my wife, I think since she was however old, freshman in high school,
Down.
14 or 15, I think she had been single a total of like 2 months in like 10 years. Or something like that I when I found her and dated her. Like, almost always, as soon as she broke up with someone or they broke up with her, you know, she had somebody else within a couple of weeks or something.
Claim it is theirs. They fence us away. Cover it.
She's just super cool, so, you know, there's a lot of guys constantly, you know, trying to flirt with her and put their name on the list, you know? So some of that's just luck, you know? If I'd known her in high school, we may not have dated. Maybe, maybe not. But, like, I was dating someone.
Oh my god, he just got destroyed.
Oh! God. Can we cut him off?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Magic is supposed to be safe. Love is supposed to
Yeah, they gotta run.
be ecstasy.
He needs to not stand behind. Like, that makes Baron spike. I mean, it doesn't matter that much here, but if you hit Baron from behind, then he throws those spikes up, which is extra damage and knocks you back. I mean, I'm kind of that way, but as I've gotten older, I've just kind of accepted the fact, like, as far as, like, can someone overcome looks if they're really cool and nice? And I mean, sort of, but honestly, if I'm gonna date somebody, like, I have to be attracted to him. I mean, that's why there's friends, you know? I could still be friends with somebody, obviously, if they're not, like, super attractive, but I used to just be like, man, I feel bad. Why can't I just be into this girl? She's cool, but I'm just not attracted to her. If you're not attracted, you're just not attracted. That's how it is. I don't think, you know, I don't really have as much shame about that as I used to be, That's how a lot of girls are gonna feel about me too, and I realize that. That's fine. That's just how it is sometimes. Now that I think there's a sliding scale, right? Would I rather date someone who's a 10 that's got like a 1 personality, or someone who's a 7 or an 8 that has a 10 personality? Obviously, I'd rather go for the 7 or an 8. But I'll be honest with you, man, there's almost no redemption for me, as shallow as it sounds, if someone's like a 2 or something, as far as dating. And that's just how it is.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, so, like I said, a lot of girls are either going to be in a relationship, especially a lot of the really attractive ones are either going to be in a relationship or just getting out of a relationship, or there's going to be something complex, or they're crazy. Like, it's always going to be something, just about, so unfortunately, that's just something you got to get used to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I think guys in particular, a lot of times really try to go for the more attractive girl. Like, girls are judged much more based on their looks, I think, than guys are. Like, I think a lot more girls are willing to let more stuff slide. But guys are judged much more based on their professionalization. Like, you can be a super hot girl and, you know, work at Hardee's or something, right? And there will be a lot of, like, high caliber dudes that'll, like, wealthy or attractive guys that will hit on you. It's not going to matter that much to a lot of dudes if you work at Hardee's, or if you're just, like, even, obviously, stay-at-home mom is a thing a lot of times, too. So people are not going to care about that. But there are plenty of women where if you're a dude and you work at Hardee's, like, or something like that, it's going to put you at a disadvantage to somebody who, you know, is a lawyer, a doctor, or something. So that's, you know, that's just kind of the trade-off, right? Is there are some girls, you know, like you said, they're never going to look like Jessica Alba, and you could think, well, that's kind of unfair, but there are also some dudes that are just never going to be lawyers. So it's just that's just how it works for the different sexes. There are different things you're judged on a lot of times. And also women are like, I don't remember if I told you guys this story or not, but I actually watched something. Asmongold watched a video where he was listening to someone's take on how Tinder is ruining like dating for like 90% of men. And I didn't agree with everything that was in the video, but I think he made a lot of really good points that were worth considering. I'm in a situationship. Well, again, if you're going for especially hot girls, a lot of times you're gonna have to deal with some weird shit. Like I said, one way or another. But you know what he was saying is because Tinder and like other online dating apps, that's just like the biggest one. But because they make like alpha males so visible, or like very successful high caliber men, like 10s basically, so visible, and because a lot of guys will definitely hook up with girls that are a lot lower than them, more so than girls will, I think. Because guys are, you know, not everybody, but a lot of the stereotype is guys are much more cool with just hooking up with people, and then a lot more girls kind of want something that's a little bit longer term. Not everybody. But I think that's a fair stereotype for a lot of people. But anyways, so you've got a lot of women on there that might be 5s, they said as an example. But they're getting all this attention from 10s. Now, they'll get a bunch of guys holler at them, hey, what's up? You want to go grab a drink or whatever? And so, you know, they're like, sure. And they think they've actually got a shot with these 10s. But they don't. Like, the 10's going to hook up with them and then drop them. And then they're going to be pissed about it. And they're going to say, oh my god, this guy's such a douchebag. He left me. You know. But then because she has access to these 10s now, because she knows they're around and they're actively hitting on her, she just thinks she's actually going to have a shot with one of those 10s, when in reality she's not most of the time. So she's going to be unhappy because of that. But then also a lot of dudes that are 5s don't have a chance anymore, because all these women think they have shots with 10s because the 10s give them the attention. And so they think of it as like settling if they ever go for a guy who's a 5, because she's like, why would I do that? I've already, you know, gone out with these 3 different 10s. So why am I gonna settle for a 5 now?
Double kill.
Don't take a lot of words.
Alley-oop. Nice. So therein is the huge problem. Is like average dudes are kind of getting destroyed by that illusion of average girls feeling like rock stars because these 10s are hitting on them all the time. And so it just makes it really hard for a lot of average dudes. Or, I mean, average guys could try to date down. I mean, again, like five guys could go down to like 2s or something. But it just takes a lot of women out of the pool because so many women get attention from these 10 men, right? Versus that does not happen as often, right? If you're a 10 girl, you're probably not hollering at 5 dudes. It's kind of the stereotype. I think the percentage on Tinder or something is it's like 70%, 60 or 70% guys also. Oops, my bad. I was trying to help you clear it. But yeah, so that's a phenomenon. Versus, you know, people wonder, well, why was that not happening? Because there wasn't the visibility. I mean, that's always been a thing. I think we're like alpha guys, you know, get attention from a lot of the girls, but it just wasn't as visible, right? Like, there might be somebody who's that hot, you know, but, you know, he was on the other side of town and you just never saw him. So then a lot of girls were a lot more willing to date someone who's about, you know, in their lane. They're like, well, you know what, Ronnie's alright. I'm a 5, he's a 5. Let's just have a family. I mean, part of that was also other social stuff, right? Like a lot of women were just, a lot more women were stay-at-home moms or just had limited professional aspirations. And there's a lot more social pressure on women, you know, being wives, and there was something wrong with you if you were single and 30, right? You're supposed to be having kids, versus a lot of that has changed, right? Where women can professionalize a lot more, and, you know, it's okay if you're in your 30s and you're single for a lot more women and stuff like that. And I think a lot of that obviously is really good, but it has definitely left some of these, like, average dudes in the dust. And so there is kind of this almost lost generation of men. I mean, the incels aren't, like, completely wrong about everything. It's just the way they try to handle it, and just, like, their sort of aggression about it. Their sense of entitlement is the problem. But there is sort of, it is very difficult for, I think, average guys to, I feel like average guys to find even average girls. I mean, it doesn't help that a lot of average guys also try to aim up, just like the girls are too. But, I mean, obviously it's still happening, right? There's still people who are dating other people, but I feel like especially for kind of that younger generation in the dating app world, it definitely is a challenge. No, I agree with that, Mal. I agree with that too. How's the preseason? Hey, what's up, little Takash? 94 is the new 45. God, I hope so. Diamond is the new gold. Yeah. Are you in your promos? Where are you, Jason? Back to platinum?
Oh, I'm 2-1.
Nice. Okay. Well, I didn't realize you're in your promos. You could have said I'm in my promos. Don't fuck around with Nami.
Oh, you know you're good.
Okay, we'll see what Jason says. Okay, Toos wants to know if the gym is an appropriate place to approach girls to try to get a date.
My honest opinion is no.
That's what I was going to say too.
Because I know it's very, very tempting, but if you go in there and you just bust ass, I'm telling you, I've actually had girls approach me, and I was just like, you know, they talk, and I just be like, well, yeah, it just didn't really say much, and just did my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
it's a terrible place to do that, but it is very tempting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of attractive people in there trying to look good and stuff like that, but it's just a lot of people are there just to kind of do their thing, just to come in and work out. I would say if you want to do that, do something that's social at the gym, where it's expected you're going to interact with people, like a class, spin class, aerobics class.
Yeah, but like if I'm in the zone, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. I mean, you know, a lot of women are just going in there, and men too, right? Where they're just trying to get their workout in, you know, and then they've got other stuff going on. They're not looking to chat. I mean, some of them might, like, you got to play it by ear. There might be some girl that'll like give you a look or something, or come over and talk to you, but I think a better option is to sign up for a class at the gym. That is still, like, can be a little weird because they might just be going to their aerobics class, but at least it's, like, designed to be social to some extent. I've told you, man, I think dance. Join something with dance. I know that's weird, but I'm telling you, you're going to have a great ratio. A lot of the girls that are involved in that, not everyone, a lot of them are going to be in pretty good shape. And it's perfectly acceptable and encouraged in a lot of dances. I can speak for swing dance, and like contra dancing is pretty casual. I never went to that, but I've talked to people who've gone to that. Very casual, and they usually switch partners, so you get to go around and kind of talk to everybody and dance with everybody, and it's not weird. So
Maybe I should admit, dear Lord.
Planet Fitness doesn't have classes? I find that hard to believe. I mean, maybe. If you look it
Honestly, I
up.
think it's just a gym, but yeah.
Okay, maybe it is just a gym. Maybe that's how they keep their costs low or something.
I can't remember.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was a horrible dancer. I mean, it's not like I'm like an all-star, right? But I was really bad when I started too, man. It's not that hard. Like, honestly, once you get it down, I just had to practice a little bit on my own. It was tough. But I just practiced a little bit on my own. And if you just even just get some super basic stuff down, you don't even have to be an all-star. Just super basic stuff, and just move around. And I'm telling you, dude, girls, so many girls love to dance, and the ratio is going to be amazing. You get to go up and talk to people and be social without being weird. Alright, we won't mess around. We gotta get Jason his win.
Let's dance.
No, you do not want to be very aggressive when you're dancing. It's like one of the worst things. People that like coming from, you know, talking to a lot of girls that dance with a lot of dudes and just me dancing and watching other dudes. It's one of the worst things. Put too much pressure on them. It can like hurt someone's shoulder, make them feel weird, and then like spinning too much makes people feel dizzy. I mean, ideally, you just want it to feel effortless. But yeah, I mean, so that's my number one is dance. If you're already going to gyms and stuff, just find some kind of social group. There are singles groups too. I mean, my wife was part of this singles group where she would, when she came to my town from another nearby town, she moved here for work. She was part of some, they weren't dating each other, but they would go out as a group to social things together. And dance just happened to be one of those things, and that's where I met her. But they went to other stuff too, like bowling. I think you obviously could socialize with other people in the group, but you could also, it was at a social event, so you could also socialize with other people. But just start getting out and doing stuff. Again, it's hard to figure out where to go out and talk to people, but if there's anything that like has to do with your interests, like a certain kind of music that you like, maybe go listen to like some local bands that play that. Is it probably Zerath Bottom? I'll just do double. Wait, what the hell is their comp? Martial arts can be okay. It's going to be a bunch of dudes there, though. I mean, you want some place with a good ratio. That's what I think. I think dance, again, is the number one place. But also, just like a yoga, spin class, Pilates, you know, a lot of that kind of frou-frou, cine, cardio sort of stuff. That's going to attract a lot of girls, too. Girls do dig musicians, too. If you want to, like, learn an instrument or something, just showing up at, like, a party or something. I don't know if you go to a lot of parties. You got a little guitar or something, you show up at a party. I mean, that's kind of, there's always going to be that guy at a party, right? So it's kind of a card that's played a lot. If you got a little animal, like a dog, go to a dog park. You know, your dogs come up, start sniffing each other, whatever. That's a conversation starter. You can say, oh, your dog's really cute. How long have you had him? You know, whatever. Like, that's a non-threatening way to kind of get that going.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
No, I would just go to yoga, man. Would it make you look gay? I mean, it depends on how you dress and what you do, but again, it's like, it's the ratio. Maybe you're just trying to, you know, work on your pliability. I mean, yeah, like, it could, but think about this. You know, you got a class, it's like 20 girls, or like 20 people, right? Maybe it's 16 girls, 2 gay guys, and 2 straight guys. Think of that ratio. Like, if you're in great shape, I had a friend who did that. I have a friend who's like, probably a 10, honestly. The man's very attractive. And he would go to shit like that. He'd go to yoga. He'd do it even when he had a girlfriend. He just liked doing it.
Oh, it is
He was just into meditation, yoga, you know, that kind of shit. You could go to, yeah, I mean, you go to music festivals and stuff, but...
We just kill Yorick?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're down here with me. Oh, wait, no, it's LeBlanc. Yorick's men.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get Zara. As soon as I hit 2, we can try him. Well, I mean, it's just, it can be a concern, you know. I mean, the real question is not about, like,
crap,
sexuality,
dude.
but are girls going to find it attractive?
We don't
And
get poked out. We're gonna destroy these guys. I have that feeling.
I hope so. Their junglers, Pantheon could cheese gang early.
Yeah, true. I mean, she's like almost dead.
Did she flash? I know they healed.
I think she did. I can't tell. I can't tell
Okay.
a whole lot, but
Zerath is fucking annoying though.
Zerath is gonna be annoying. You're right.
But I mean, if I'm healthy enough and I get a hit on them, they're gonna die. I really like level 3 is when I really have a lot of kill threat. No way. What the f is the range on that? Oh god, I got played. Fuck, I might die here. Alright, I'm running all the way out.
I can't die looking this good.
I guess, man, but like there is definitely a strategy. Like just be yourself all the time. I used to subscribe to that, but I mean there really is a certain like game.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Oh, did you see the LeBlanc's name?
I troll support. Nice.
I mean, I'm good for it just for this game.
Yeah. I mean there's something like, well, it's being yourself, but like which version of yourself do you want people to like see right away? I mean, do they need to know your deepest, darkest secret on the first date or something type of thing for kind of an extreme example? And there are ways to communicate without just saying something, you know? Like when I first started dating my wife, for example, or like the first night that I saw her, there was some other girl that was, you know, hitting on me too. They're a couple. And when I was dancing with one of these other girls, I went over and danced with her after I danced with my wife. You know, just a girl at dance at that point that I thought was cute. Then I looked over and saw her, you know, looking over at me. And I was like, alright, she's interested. And then she came across the dance floor and asked me to dance after that. So it was like, I didn't say, you know, I like you or whatever immediately. I love you, let's, you know, let's get married, right? I just kind of played it out. I was like, alright, she's kind of interested. That was something that I struggled with a lot, especially when I was younger, is I think I was just revealing too much information too early. Just being too serious too early.
Move with it. Dance and dance.
Yeah, kind of what Dog Tannin is saying. I mean, you want it, like, you don't want to lie, but I think you can withhold information, like, that's not, like...
Look good. Feel good.
that you know, maybe just more appropriate for another time, right? Just having a sense of context. Like, don't tell her I don't play video games, or, you know, you don't do whatever it is, right? But you just don't have to volunteer that information if they're not asking about it.
They will remember my name.
And just focus on, you know, when you're talking to them, I think a lot of times just focus on stuff they're interested in if you can. Just ask them questions. What do they do? What do they like? What do they enjoy doing for fun? That type of thing. I mean, that's different. Like, that's starting to get into, like, conversation and how to kind of play the conversation game. But you're talking about just, like, even finding someone to start a conversation with.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do. Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth.
Man, we're so close.
I know. Xerath is a lot less elusive than LeBlanc is, and he's the one CSing too, so shutting him down would be good.
Why is it
We're about to get cut off, potentially. I think they see that. Yeah, I think Pantheon's here.
the universe loves me?
I think he... yeah. This could be bad.
Anybody there?
Oh, here, you want some of this fruit?
Oh yeah.
I do not wish to be
Art shall blossom from your fear.
When you're... oh, someone's asking about kids? That just really depends on people, man. There's, like, not a magic number, I don't think, for that. Alright. It's like, yeah, I'll just trade flashes with him. I don't have any mana. Yeah, let's just back it up. Oops. Or I'm trying to ping back. Yeah, there we go.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, let's just back.
I am a chronic line stepper.
Dang it. I really want full on mercs. I think I'm gonna wait for it. Well, the world population in most industrialized countries is actually declining. That narrative of just people constantly like having kids is kind of not true. Like, the U.S. is not fully the only thing that's keeping the U.S. positive in terms of birth rates is, or in terms of like population, is immigration. China birth rates are declining, Japan's declining, and I think a lot of places in Europe. And a lot of it is just more and more people are professionalizing, especially women are professionalizing, and they don't want to have kids until they're in their 30s or whatever, if ever, right? And now, like, you know, LGBT stuff, people are a lot more comfortable. You know, there aren't as many closeted people that feel like they just have to have kids socially, or they have to get married. And even non-LGBT, just people in general are just a lot more okay with, more people are okay with being single and not having kids than in the past, and it's more socially acceptable than it ever has been. So
I'm gonna burn this place down.
people just aren't doing it. A lot of people aren't.
So I can burn it again.
And you know, you don't have as many of those outlier situations where people are having like 8 kids and stuff. on the farm as much anymore. You know, a lot of professional couples, they might have like one kid or something, maybe two. So it's just bringing down the average births like a lot. Which in some ways is good and in some ways is bad. I mean, population is necessary. Younger population to kind of take care of the older population. It creates a lot of weird dynamics if you have like an extremely old population. Someone might come through that brush. I don't have any wards up. I've got some wards, but yeah, I'll just back. It's fine.
Humans claim it is theirs. They fence us away.
Tell that to a 94-year-old trying to have kids. I mean, dudes kind of can anytime, especially with medical help, but it's a lot harder. I guess to find women that would be like into that, there might be some, but okay, Pantheon's still here, so we gotta be careful. Probably. He'll probably try to sit in that bush for the first push out. But women, you know, the cap on that obviously is menopause, and there's some stuff that can help. He might be right there. Oh, never mind. He's over there. Did he ult him? Okay. Oh, we got him. Oh my god. Wow, he stunned me right when I was starting my up animation. Holy shit, that's annoying. Damn, if I had my W... It's fucking annoying. Population increasing and decreasing. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what we do.
Really?
Oh my god. If I would've gotten one auto on him, maybe. I don't have a shield or anything. Nice! Get wrecked, noob.
Right.
Alright, let's back it up. Pantheon could ult in, too.
I'm so close to my freaking item. I need 200 gold. I'll just back.
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
Yeah, I watched something about how the population's gonna be a huge problem in China because they did, you know, the one-child policy for a long time to stop the growth, but it's created this weird dynamic. Also, you know, a lot of people favor having dudes. Not everybody, but that was very heavily favored in China with the one-child policy, just culturally. And now there's like a huge shortage of women, and that's like a big problem. That's what was driving a lot of the housing crisis, is because women could demand whatever they wanted, basically, because there are so few of them. So they're like, I'm not going to marry a dude who doesn't have a house. And that's a lot of dudes, if you wanted to have sex, you know, a lot of times you had to have a house, so people were willing to pay almost any price for it. You know, take out a ton of debt just to ever, you know, have a wife. Oh, damn it, almost saved you.
Yeah, they can just die, man.
Fuck. Damn, I held my flash too long. Okay, that was pretty sweet.
Long ago, our kind danced upon the mountains like flames.
I mean, I don't know why he's pinging us, dude. They just, like, LeBlanc double blinked and flashed on you. There are some women who are more single. If by single you mean not in a committed relationship. Well, I guarantee you that any, well, not any, but like most girls who want to have sex, they can have sex. They can find somebody to have sex with. But that's not like the goal. I mean, some women are totally cool with that, but
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Supposed to hurt.
the ones that are single by choice. Let's put it that way. Most of the time. So I guess that's not like as insanely lopsided as some stats might have you believe, but
I'm dead. Jesus.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I don't think we can fight them now.
yeah, well, they got the jump on us. I mean, if I get the hit on them, we can beat them. If we get the CC on them first, but I'll tell you a great time to do Dragon as soon as your bot lane gets double killed.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna show people some of the strange.
Aatrox's real spooky. I'm coming, but
We're
Alright,
stuck.
I gotta bail. Got like 1 HP, just a random ass ignite kills me.
An enemy has been slain.
Woo! I am so into
Enemy
this.
killing spree. Shut down.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
We kill him? Zed got ravenous? What the fuck? What's going on?
Has been slain.
Don't take a lot of words to tell the truth. It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
We kill him? Oh, I guess we got his flash.
Danger is as fun as you let it.
Man, we don't have Mord. Mord's kind of our powerhouse. We gotta get out, I think.
I don't want to miss the start of the party. Only given a little spark of madness.
They're gonna get bottom, probably.
I'm here. I'm gone. I am so gone.
Hey, what's up, Matt? Hey, thanks, man. Hey, that'd be cool. You wanna play some ranked? I did a tier list before the stream, too. And I don't remember if you were in a Total War or not, but I am gonna get back into Total War this week. I know I had like a week off there with no episodes.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I will walk in. I will.
God, dude, their push is so nasty. Yorick and Rift. And then Serath for poke. Jack's is just worthless. No wave clear, no nothing. We probably just gotta get this. Alright. There's a bunch of people creeping around top. I don't know if we can...
Enemy rampage. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Okay. Damn, I have, like, no money. I don't even have Shirelias yet. Like, it's so bad. Ha! Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get back into it. China does have a hookup culture compared to the US. Are you saying does it, or are you saying it does? I don't think it does nearly as much as the US. I mean, I'm sure it happens. People are going to be having sex, right? But I don't think it's as sort of embraced by sort of the greater cultural zeitgeist, right, as the US. Wait, where the f was that? Is he in the pit? No, he's over there. Damn it, I used both of my shields. You sure, Jax? He's going in without even using his thing. We need to bail, boys. Run, Jax! Fuck. Now, this guy's there's no way he's ever played Jax. He's like jumping on the Aatrox who's empowered without even using his spin first. I feel like China, it's pretty, if you're hooking up, if it's like hookup culture, it's pretty low-key. A lot of them, you know, it's still very family-driven, like, parents' approval. And that, a huge part of that's kind of the Confucian background, culturally. And then you have the state also. The state media probably discourages a lot of that stuff, because that would be considered sort of Western. Okay, he still has the Shirelias. Oh, nice. Deleted. Can we? I mean, that's one of their big time dudes. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, too. Like, people think people in, like, America are kind of racist or xenophobic. It's like, newsflash, it's not just America. It's like almost any country, people are going to favor their own people, whatever the dominant population is. A lot of people, not everybody. But again, that's going to be the bias. It's towards their own people, towards their own culture, the vast majority of the time. It doesn't make it right. It's just like understanding context, right? And if you're trying to date somebody from one of those cultures, Yeah, I agree. From what I've heard, it's like a lot of times India, China, those types of places, they are they do prefer people from that kind of background. Not everybody, but or at least that kind of like heritage to some extent. Celebrating that kind of culture.
I'm just here for the party.
Strongest. What? Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying there.
Believe in something you have. That's the problem. I feel like my ally.
Who's the strongest Carnali? Sorry, I can't.
Oh,
I'm
no.
trying to understand it. Carnival? Champion? You mean strongest champion? Depends on the purpose. I did do a tier list earlier. If you're talking in general, like, who should you like one trick or play a lot? I think Rakan would be near the top of the list. Just like which champion in the game objectively is like the best blind pick or strongest champ? I don't know. Aatrox is pretty damn good. Oh my god.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
Alright, well, at least he entered for me. Yeah, if I can just keep Mort alive and just keep giving him movement speed, I think he just runs everybody over. Oh, hopefully he's getting Demonic next. I'm really surprised he doesn't already have it. Surely that's his next item. I don't understand the Nashers. Maybe there's something about his kit where his auto attacks are empowered that I don't know. I haven't read him in a long time. Nasher seems weird to me. Against their comp, I'd probably just rather have Demonic, like, Thornmail instead of Nashers, but...
They will see my dance. Then they
White, gray, and black champions. I don't know. LS always has some interesting sort of paradigms he tries to establish when evaluating champs.
An enemy has been slain.
Is Zed gonna make it out?
Unstoppable.
Alright. Well, I got Baron in 34.
okay, Rakan. Let 'em watch. Burn 'em.
We need to get to Scuttle. Please, boys. Alright, I mean, we got him, but... Get that fucking thing. Okay, let's get Baron. He has Smite, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna try to steal it with his bullshit. Okay, good. Distracted him. Take it.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Double kill.
Okay. I mean, maybe it is just really good. Oh, he has 40% bonus AP on hit. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Alright, that makes sense. Thanks for the clarification. I always just thought of it more as a caster, so it seemed weird to me, but... And they're all about to respawn. Yeah, he's probably backing up, I think. Let's just reset. I mean, we need to at least empower these down here. Alright. Take it. Nice. That puts you back in plot?
Did.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. We back.
Oh, yes. Back at it again. Boys are back in town.
That's right.
Oh. Alright, man. Well, GG's.
Yeah, you too.
Alright, I'll see you next time.
I'll catch you.
Jeff Kaplan. Who is Jeff Kaplan? I don't know if you're joking or not. You must have your camera disabled if you're calling me kid. Or you must be 90 years old. Or you must think I'm a teenager. In which case, I'm flattered. Okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. I don't know. Ask 87.6. But okay, well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. As always, I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around 11, maybe 11:30. I might play one before Jason gets on. We'll see. We'll extend our time a little bit more, see if maybe I can get 4 games a day. Uncle Jeff shutting it down. All right. Who the hell is Jeff Kaplan? I thought I've heard of that before, but I don't know who it is. Is that head of Riot Games or something? Jeff's shutting it down. All right. I'm expecting the ban notice anytime. I'm probably not going to play an A to Z. I mean, it's interesting, I guess, but I would like to try to get Diamond during the preseason if I can, just to have it. even though it's going to reset. Yeah, it just, I don't know. Like, me playing really off-meta stuff sounds like it's fun until I lose a lot with it. Because that's the thing, is like that off-meta weird stuff, like, it does work some for some people, obviously, that already have a huge following. It's like a nice gimmick for, like, you know, Tyler 1 or some other people. But, you know, definitely one of the biggest things, if you're actually trying to grow your channel, is just to get better at the game. Right? There are people who are variety streamers, you know, that can make it at lower ranks, like get a lot of ranking by, you know, doing variety or for fun kind of stuff. But I feel like the vast majority of, especially men, who, you know, are able to grow their channel and get like a decent following, have a pretty strong ranking to begin with, right? At least Diamond, and many of them are Masters Plus. Even if they do weird shit like solo Renekton only, you know, at least his main account is probably at least Diamond. You know, and some of these other people that do that. Oh, Jeff Kaplan works for Blizzard, not Riot. Okay. I was like, I thought I heard that somewhere, but I'm not sure. Bunny Fufu, yeah, it's a former pro player. So, yeah, I mean, there are people that can do that, but I think when you're trying to build a following, I mean, I'm really probably not going to have a huge following to begin with. But, you know, one of the best ways is to, you know, just have a high rank. That's not the only thing. You know, you need to have good camera presence. You need to be, like, a good conversationalist, I think, a lot of times. You got to have some stuff going on for you. But the rank definitely is one of the biggest things. So if it's like me just playing a bunch of variety stuff and just getting my ass kicked all preseason and getting demoted to gold, or, you know, me just trying to improve at the game and, you know, maybe at least trying to get back to diamond, I mean, is that really going to move the needle either? Probably not. So we'll see. So I'm probably not gonna do an A to Z, but I might try to sneak in some more champs that I don't play all the time. Like, I wouldn't mind playing like Renata, you know, some champs that are like at least A through C on my tier list. I could try maybe sneaking some of those in. Nah, I don't post my course materials online. If you're talking about where I literally teach, I don't. Probably not Annie. Maybe Janna in some situations I could try out. I do like Leona. I just think it's tough to win with her right now. But Leona's a possibility too. We'll see. I'm not promising anything. Like I said, I would like to get some wins. But I did play a Nami game. Nami is the only game I've lost like in the last 10 games or something. I think I've won the last 8 or 9 Rakan games. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll try to see if I can sneak in at least one non-Rakan game a night. And I'm going to do some more tier lists. So I'll definitely do ADC tier lists, and I'll see if I can do some different ones. Nautilus, I think he's so squishy right now. I mean, he definitely can work, but I'd probably rather just do Leona. I could maybe try Rel. Yeah, it's because I'm way better on Rakan than I am almost anything else. That's why. If I, like, just played Rakan every game, like, all season, I probably would get to diamond. But I know that people like variety, and it's interesting. I like to switch it up sometimes too. But yeah, I mean, Rakan's definitely my best over a long period of time. There might be a couple that have like a higher win rate, but it's like far fewer games played. So the fact that he's my blind pick and then also have like a 52 or 53% win rate on him, is telling, right? Because your blind pick, it should usually be a lower win rate than other things. Like, your highest win rate stuff is probably should be really situational stuff that you only pick into good matchups when you have the counter pick. But anyways, okay, well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said, around 11 or 12. It was great hanging out with you guys.